Our skin has a huge effect on our confidence. If you have acne or are noticing signs of aging, because I definitely know I've noticed some, it can be frustrating to waste time and money on products that aren't formulated for you. And that's why I recommend Curology. Curology makes personalized prescription skincare products. Curology's personalized prescriptions are formulated to treat your individual skin needs from acne to the earliest signs of aging. And it's so easy. Just fill out a quiz about your skin, share photos, and a provider will prescribe a personalized formula based on your skin's unique needs. In a clinical trial of 150 Curology patients, 9 out of 10 patients saw an improvement in their acne in 3 weeks. Curology products give you everything you need and nothing you don't without fragrances or parabens. Products are shipped directly to your door every 2 months. Visit Curology.com/pretty for a special offer. That's Curology, Curology.com/pretty. Offer applies only to your first box, subject to consultation. New subscribers only. Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Not Smart with your host, Yoatzi.
And Louie, aka the baddest perra.
Woo!
We're back for episode 2.
And that's it.
Episode 2 of season 2, take 2.
You guys, I'm really happy that episode 1 did good.
Yeah, I'm
and like
excited.
the comments, like I was literally reading the comments and all of you were like so happy to like have us back and all of that good shit.
Yeah, so it was exciting reading through the comments and just feel like we're back on our little routine.
I know.
So thank you guys for tuning into another episode.
I hope your Thursdays are amazing now.
And we're actually filming a little earlier than usual today.
Yes.
Because we usually film like ya en la tarde or like late at night. But today we had scheduled to film at 11 a.m. Mm-hmm. And I was really scared that Yoatzi wasn't going to be on time.
He said, be there at 11 a.m. on the dot.
I wanted her to be here on the dot. And let me tell y'all why. Because today I have like a really busy day. So everything's scheduled for every second of the day.
I'm telling you guys, he schedules everything hasta sus pinches miadas y cacas.
But today is things that cannot be shifted like at all because my whole day will actually be ruined.
Really?
Yeah, so then I was just like really scared because look, I woke up. As soon as I woke up, I had a few minutes to eat breakfast and get ready. As soon as I was done getting ready, I had to drive to Porsche to go drop off my car because my car needs service. And Yoatzi and I are leaving town tomorrow. So I really had to get my car serviced because it's been needing it.
Oh, and you're going to drive home.
Yeah, so I was like,
That's
I can't drive there if my car is not like have it serviced just because I'm scared. So a fuerzas, I knew I had to take my car in for service. So I took my car in for service, and Yoatzi and Alex are like in charge of like the key to the warehouse. So I was like, please, you guys do not forget the fucking key. And I was stressing a little bit more because I was like, if they forget the key and they have to like leave to go get and come back, I was like, I can't do that.
It's gonna mess up your time.
Because I was like, I have everything scheduled. So I was like, please don't be late. And then after dropping off my car, I was gonna Uber here because the dealership was only 8 minutes from like our studio.
Oh, sickening.
So I was like, okay, I'll be there. But because I don't have a key and because I'm Ubering, that means I'm gonna have to wait for y'all outside. So I was like, please don't be late. And then they were like, we're going to drop off the kids at my mom's house. And then I was like, so does that mean you guys are going to be late? Because my mom's a little more lejos. They're like, no, we'll be good. And I was like, I was already like mentally preparing myself to be outside for like a good 15 minutes. So I'm like waiting for them, and I finally get dropped off, and I get dropped off early. I'm here like at 10. It's because when I dropped off my car, I thought they were gonna like let me chill and stuff. Yeah. But they're like, okay, we're calling your car right now, and the car was only 3 minutes away. So I was like, shit.
You should have looked at the new cars.
Well, that's what I wanted to do, but like they booked the car like right away. So I was like,
like get the fuck out of here.
Because they were paying for it, I was just like, well, I can't complain.
Right away.
So I got dropped off at like 10:45, and then I was like, can you guys hurry up? And they're like, we're still on time.
I know.
And dude, as I'm waiting outside, literally sitting down, like
Dude, he was like on the little sidewalk con sus zapatitos ahí sentadito. Like un niño like mal portado, you know, at school cuando te portas mal and they're like, go outside in the fucking hallway.
Yeah.
That was Louie just like waiting in the little corner.
And I was counting the seconds. Those were the longest 15 minutes ever. I was like, I hope they're not late.
But were we late?
They got here right at 10:58, even 2 minutes early.
Like on time, because I timed it so well. Like I got up early, I got the baby ready, and I was like, if we leave at exactly 10:20, I'll have just enough time to drop off the baby and get there by 11. And that's exactly how it went.
Yeah, and I got happy because I really didn't think they were gonna make it.
I'm never on time, so I think it's a good sign today. That means our club hosting sold out.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, so like that's why my whole schedule is like all crazy, because like after this I have a call and then I have to do all this other shit, and then we have our club hosting and then we're leaving and I still have to pack. And
today is hectic. Our lives have been pretty hectic these last like 2 weeks.
There's like no room for mistakes.
Yeah,
but all good things, so nothing too stressful.
It's all good blessings, pero pues nos estresamos because we're Castros.
Literally. But before we get into today's episode, we are doing Yoatzi's fun fact of the century.
Should we call it Yoatzi's fun fact or fun facts with YOA?
How about
none?
Shut up. I was kidding. No, I like fun facts of the century.
Fun facts of the century.
So for season 1, obviously we're doing spelling bee to hopefully help me get smarter, but also help y'all if y'all were having trouble with spelling. But y'all wanted to switch it up, and y'all were really interested in the fun facts Yoatzi has, because she does have really good facts.
Yeah.
So just to broaden our brains and learn more.
Broaden our brains.
Broaden our backs. I'm just kidding. Okay, so what is your fun fact of the century
I'm
today?
excited because I have a lot of fun facts.
She does.
I don't know why, but I just do. I feel like when I hear something interesting, it just really sticks to my head and I love it. Okay, but today's fun fact is about Coca-Cola, because I love Coca-Cola.
I think we all know that by now.
Dude, I'm like literally obsessed. And recently I've switched to Coke Zero because it's healthier. It's definitely not healthier, but it's better.
Same thing.
Anyways, so did you know that Coca-Cola actually had cocaine in it?
Yes.
¿Sí sabías
I feel like
eso?
everybody knows that.
No, dude, I feel like a lot of people did not know that.
Yes, they do. That was Yoatzi's dumb fact. I was just kidding.
Well, if you did not know, Coca-Cola did have cocaine in it back in like it came out in like the 1800s when Coca-Cola was first invented. It came from the coconut tree, and that freaking coconut had cocaine and it had caffeine.
Wait, coconut like coconut? Or
No.
Coconut?
Coconut?
Or peanut butter? Bitch, y'all got the golden ticket.
It's called cola nut. Pinche pendeja.
Yoatzi's
Cola.
dumbass fact of the day. You couldn't even get your facts right.
Cola. I knew it was coconut.
Coconut, bitch. I was like, coconut?
No, I was like, coconut.
I love how you just like changed the accent. You thought it was right. Or coconut. You're fucking dumb.
It's the cola nut. The cola nut. It had caffeine and cocaine in it.
Like naturally produced cocaine?
Naturally. And the person that made Coca-Cola, his name was John something.
John Summit. He's
He's the DJ. He was a pharmacist, and he actually came up with Coca-Cola as like a medicine for like your head. It was supposed to be like to relieve headaches and to relieve like head tension and stress.
So obviously it was like a very low percentage of crystal.
I had a very low percentage of cocaine, but he would advertise it as medicine. That's what he created it for. He was like, medicina, Coca-Cola, vengan por su medicina.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And like people, like whoever did drink it, at first it wasn't like a big hit, but people were like hella into it because obviously it had fucking caffeine and it had cocaine. So they were like, oh my God, this works fucking great.
I can't imagine mixing those two.
But it was like a little bit of cocaine, but still it was like enough to like crack them out a little bit. But then, in like the 1900s, I think that's when they realized that cocaine was not good, and they took out the cocaine, but they left the caffeine.
All century later.
Yeah, no, it took them a while because Coca-Cola wasn't like a big hit at first. It was like I feel like it did not do well until the guy who created it, the pharmacist, se murió. After he died, I don't remember why he died, but that's when it started being a big hit. So he didn't see his success.
So that's why he named it Coca-Cola.
I'm pretty sure that's why he named it Coca-Cola.
Or coconut.
Shut up. Or the coconut.
Fuck you.
But that's why I love Coca-Cola, because it has cocaine. I'm just kidding.
Ew.
No,
I just realized what you
kidding.
said, bitch.
No, but you know what? And I do love Coca-Cola just because it tastes amazing to me. But if you ever get like a really bad headache, chug a freezing cold Coca-Cola, and the caffeine helps you with your headache.
Huh. There's actual caffeine in Coca-Cola?
Yeah, it has caffeine.
And that's why I get headaches.
Caffeine gives you headaches?
Yeah.
No tiene mucha caffeine, but it still has enough to give you like a little kick.
I don't like it.
Not enough like coffee.
So just like a little something.
Just a little sansa.
Okay, cute. Well, thanks
But
for your
that's
fun
why
fact.
always fun fact of the day.
Well, hopefully next time you actually know the facts.
I knew it pretty good.
But for today's episode, y'all, we are going to be going down conspiracy lane.
Oh, I love these episodes.
So I know you guys love like our scary stories. I know we did like little, they weren't like conspiracies, but we were talking about like aliens and shit like that.
Those are conspiracies.
Yeah, but there's like another like word for it. But I feel like, I don't even know if the ones that we're going to talk about today are really considered conspiracy. I feel like the ones that I have are more like mind fucks.
Okay. Mine are conspiracies.
Because conspiracies are like ones where you're like, you'll never know. Like, this is what they're theories. But I feel like mine are more like mind fuck kind of shit, where it just gets you thinking. Like, I don't know. Like one of those things that you sit there and you're just like, oh my God, what is life?
A ver, pues share one.
You or me?
You go first.
No,
I just finished talking about Coca-Cola.
You guys, it's because I get scared because like
they're gonna come for me.
No, it's just these things really get me thinking, and they're like things that I think about a lot and things that like will keep me up at night.
So they're like fucking scary.
So they're scary, but not in like a horror way, but like in just like, oh my God, like this is life.
A ver, pues.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you one. I don't know if you guys have heard of this one, and I'm gonna try to tell it as best as possible.
Dude, I have so much anxiety because I really want to know.
From my memory. So if I fuck it up, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm not a scientist or marine biologist. I mess up. Okay, you ready for this one? I think this is called, tell me if you heard of it.
A ver.
The lamp Reddit story.
Ay, no, pero ya me dio miedo. The lamp Reddit story.
Yeah, so you guys grab your blinky, hold your hombres
Lamp
chile, and
Reddit
get ready.
I don't like the name. It's freaking me out.
So you know what Reddit is, right?
Yes,
So I guess it's
love
like
Reddit.
a real story that somebody put on there, and people were just like, it just blew up because of how crazy it was. So basically, there was this guy. I don't remember how old he was. I want to say he was like in high school, or I don't know, but he was playing football.
So he was young.
I think. I don't remember. I just remember he was playing football.
Okay.
He was playing football. He was in the field. It was a casual game day. And basically, this other team player ends up like tackling him. But the guy who's telling the story was like around 120 pounds. And the guy who tackled him was, I think, like double his size.
God damn.
So it was very much like a good knockout.
Ay,
it wasn't like, get him. It was like a boom. So once this guy knocked him out, like he like basically like almost like blacked out on the floor.
He got a concussion.
Well, no, he like immediately like woke up, but he was just like, oh my God. Like, well, maybe he did get a concussion for like a quick second. It was just like, oh my God. So gets up, he's obviously like in a little bit of pain, and then like moves on. Like it was just something that happened. So a little while after that, he ended up meeting this girl. And this girl was like the girl of his dreams. Like she was super beautiful and like
that same day or like days later?
Don't ask me for facts. I don't know anything. I'm telling you, I'm trying to remember as best as possible. You're like, what was she wearing? Bitch. Like, was he in school?
I'm trying to understand.
Well, just listen to what I'm saying. So he met this girl, and then they get along really well. Nothing crazy. And then they end up like dating, and then they end up getting married like down the road. And after that, they end up having like 2 kids. Like he's just living like a normal, like amazing life. And then he ends up having like 2 kids. I think it was like a boy and a girl.
I think I know where this is going.
He ends up having like, not like an amazing job, but just like a good job. And like a good job, not a job where like he hates, but something where he couldn't complain about, and it was paying really well.
Okay.
They ended up like getting their dream home and everything. So they're like super happy together. And one day, a little routine that he had, he would always like go kiss his kids to sleep. I don't know if it was like kiss them when they were going to go to sleep or like kiss them in the mornings. But everything was just like a normal everyday life. And one day he's like sitting down in the couch and he looks at the lamp. And like, it's just like, for example, the lamp that we have right there. You guys can't see it, but we have like a little lamp. Just say one day, like he looks at it and something looks really off about the lamp. And he's just like,
Oh
but
my
he can't like
God.
put his finger on it. So he gets like really close to it and he's like, okay, it's still like just something felt like it was really off.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, it's still a lamp. Like, it's still like a 3D object. Like, what is making me like, there's nothing that made it look off. He was just like, what the fuck? So that night he's going to go to sleep and he couldn't sleep like all night because it kept him up. Just the thought of like, why is that lamp look so off? But I can't tell what it is. So he's like tripping out about the lamp. And the next day it's like all he's thinking about. He goes and checks on the lamp again. He's like, what the fuck is up with this lamp?
Oh my God.
And then that whole idea of the lamp gets stuck in his head for so long that like he ends up like he stops eating. He stops like communicating with his wife because it just almost like took over his whole brain.
What
And he
the
stopped like
heck?
his little routine with his kids. And it got so bad that his wife ended up like packing up her shit and the kids and left to her mom's house.
Over a lamp.
Well, because he's just
He
thinking
just, like,
about
became
it.
obsessive
he's like,
over it.
yeah, very that. Like he's just obsessive and he can't put his finger on it. So it's just like what the fuck is it? Like I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the lamp really took over his brain. So his wife was like, I'm over this shit. I'm leaving. Because they weren't even talking at this point.
Oh my gosh.
So one day he's like still sitting there trying to figure it out. And he's staring at the lamp when he finally notices like the lamp is looking really fucking weird. And he
Ay, me
realizes,
está dando escalofrío.
yeah, he ends up realizing that the lamp isn't real.
Oh my gosh.
So he's just like, in the moment he has that realization that the lamp isn't real, there's like this huge explosion of like white light, just like takes over his eyesight and everything. And all he sees is like this white ass like light and everything turns white and like, yeah. So he's staring into the ship. And next thing you know, he starts hearing like voices like in a distance, but he can't figure out like where it's coming from. And out of nowhere, he starts getting like this like immense amount of pain in his mouth. And I guess he ends up like coming to all the pain and everything that he was hearing. And I guess he's like missing teeth and he has like this insane amount of pain and he wakes up and he's back in like the football field.
Oh my gosh.
And had like the initial like where the guy hit him and it did give him a concussion. So he had a concussion for like a few seconds, I guess. So he wakes up back to that.
But so
he's
he
just
had
like-
in those little seconds that he like went MIA blank, he had a whole life.
Yes, a whole fucking life. Like it was a
What
few
the
seconds in real
fuck?
life, but for him, it was enough for like that happened and like life kept moving on. He found the girl of his dreams. He even had kids like in his like it's just crazy how our brains work sometimes.
Yeah.
Because like I really do believe that shit like that could happen. Because like even when we go to sleep sometimes, you'll go to sleep and then you wake up and it feels like your nap was like maybe 20 minutes, but you actually just slept like maybe 6 to 8 hours.
That is fucking insane.
But he wakes up and everything was fake. There's no such thing as the kids. He doesn't even know where he imagined those faces of the kids. He doesn't like, cause you know, sometimes if you see someone in your dreams, you're like, oh, I've seen this person before.
Uh-huh.
But like the wife who was like so perfect for him was never real. The kids were never real. The house was never real. Like his job, like everything was all fake. And I guess when he like went to the hospital to get checked or whatever, he was like constantly asking for his kids. But they're like obviously nowhere to be found.
That makes me sad.
And for his wife, and I guess he ended up going in through like a whole like depression
Yeah.
thing because just imagine like this perfect life is like fake.
Yeah.
And I've heard a lot of different endings about this story. And again, sorry you guys if like my story's all over the place. I've just seen so many different versions of this story, but basically overall that's kind of what it was. But I've seen some where like he ended up like just leaving the earth, if you know what I mean. Because it was just like haunting him, like that none of that was real.
Yeah.
And it's just like such a fucking mind fuck because I feel like I could feel like that could happen a lot.
So like I've heard about situations like this, but I've never heard about like the story that you just told me. But I've heard about a lot of situations and like I've seen other stories of people and basically that happens to them and then they wake up, they have to go into like lost mode, like they have to grieve the family that never existed.
Yes.
So like I can see why he would go into this crazy depression, but like just imagine like he wakes up and it's like if his family died.
Yes, that's why, because he was grieving it.
Nunca existieron.
That's what they said. He went into like, I think actually there's another version. I don't know if it's the same version where he ended up going into like a, ¿cómo se llama? A mental institution.
Yeah, he went to a mental institution.
It's something like that because he just couldn't like wrap his head around all of that being fake because it was just so real to him. And that shit trips me out a lot because like, well, ever since I read that story, and there's like so many people who have like versions or like people will like say their experiences with similar stuff like in the comments of all these videos that I always come across. If you guys haven't heard of it, you can even like search it up on TikTok. There's a lot of people who do like their versions stories. Or even like visuals of it. But it's so fucking trippy and like it tripped me out the first time I heard it because like for I think that's like a huge possibility.
Yeah.
And I kind of just had me sitting because I was like, wait, what if like my life is like that?
Yeah, it like trips you out because right now me dio mucho escalofrío because like I feel like with my mental health stuff that I've had going on, when I'm depressed or when I have anxiety, especially when I'm depressed, I disassociate a lot. And I feel like it kind of triggered my disassociation because when I disassociate, I'm like, is any of this real? Like, am I really here? So sometimes I'm like, what the fuck? What if Pretty Not Smart is a dream and it's not real?
Then you just start
and
overthinking
like,
everything.
Yeah. And I actually have a really good example of this. So something very similar has happened to me before, but in like a smaller scale. I go to sleep, and ever since I started taking my antidepressants, I have very, very vivid dreams, like super vivid, to the point where sometimes I'll have to wake up and I'll ask Alex if things happened or not because I can't tell. And then I'll be like, oh no, just kidding, I was dreaming about that. But I've had dreams where like I have a baby. And it's like a newborn, it's a fresh baby. I'll have like Travis and Ella, but I'll have another baby. And my dream feels so real. I can feel myself giving birth, nursing the baby, loving the baby. When I wake up, that's not a real baby. So I wake up sad. And I'll wake up really, really sad. And I'll feel like a part of me is missing. And like, it'll last me like a day or two. But then I'm like, okay, like it was obviously a dream. Like it's not real. But the feelings are very much real. And like at me, it's a small scale. So like his story is like on a larger scale. Like I feel like that would cause deep depression.
Because like you said before, it was like a dream, right? But like imagine like concussion. Obviously, we don't know what really happens to our brain that makes us like wander somewhere else. But like it trips me out too because like I feel like it brings up the conversation of like how they say like different dimensions or what is it called? Like that one
parallel universes.
Yeah, like shit like that. Like it's just like that could be the reality in a different.
What if he like hopped into his different universe and then hopped back real quick?
Yeah, like that's what it kind of gives. Like he like experienced what was happening there. Like I don't know, because I really do believe in all that shit, you guys. I don't know where like y'all stand in that, but like sometimes I do like sit there and I'm like, obviously, gracias a Dios, gracias to y'all. Like I feel like my life is like in a very amazing place, and I think about like, okay, like, you know, like we're able to help our parents out financially. Like Andrea went to her dream school. Like you graduated, you have your kids. Like you're doing like the social media stuff. You're able to like support also your family. And like me, like I got my house at whatever age I'm in, and I'm like, what if I were to just wake up one day and all of this was gone?
I know.
And like, I'm back at fucking Kmart.
Guys, is this real? You know what I've always thought?
Can you guys please comment that you're real?
I don't know if this is a thing that other people have thought of, but I've always thought about like, I'm blessed to be in the life that I have, thank God. And like, thank to everything, you guys, we have this amazing life. But I feel like, you know how nos reencarnamos? Is that how you say
Reincarnation.
Reincarnate? How you like wake up a different...
carne asada.
You like die and then you're a whole new person. But like, I feel like our soul is still basically the same soul. It just, I really think like we go up to heaven and Diosito like wipes our head, or like the little angels, they wipe like us. It's like, all right, you're going back, soul, but like you're a whole different life. I feel like every single lifetime we get closer and closer and closer to our dreams. So like I've always just thought about that, and I feel like right now I'm in a really good spot to like where this lifetime I got blessed amazingly, and that next lifetime I'll be blessed even more. And I just feel like every lifetime we get better and better to one day achieve all of our hopes and dreams, like whatever we dream of, whatever we absolutely want. But I could be wrong. Maybe this lifetime I'm going to achieve literally everything I dream of. But I always thought about that. I'm like, every lifetime it gets better. Like I honestly think that like back in my soul, I feel very close to butterflies. So I feel like at some point in my life other lifetime or whatever, I was a butterfly. I feel like really connected to them. So I feel like at some point I was probably a butterfly. I don't know what else I could have been, but now I'm like me. Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, I feel like that with like chiles. So do you think I was a chile?
Fuck you. You were a penis.
I was like, I have a really close connection with them. So yeah, I had to be one.
F you. You're all just standing there.
No, I've never. My head has never like wrapped around something like that. But I feel like that's a really cool way of like putting it, because I could see that happening. Because I feel like for me, well, like ever since I was little, the idea of like death never really. I mean, we've even talked about it here, where like that's something that I try not to put a lot of thought into.
Yeah.
But like thinking about us like passing, and like I was like, just all our memories are gone, and like what happens after. But I mean, I always felt like that too, like reincarnation and like coming back as something else or someone else or whatever. But that's a cool way of putting it. But
yeah, I don't like thinking about death because just the fact of like completely seeing, not even seeing darkness, just everything leaves and like seeing nothing, knowing nothing, like all of that just kind of flips me out. But
that's where life after death comes in, or like if you believe in going to heaven or going to hell or whatever. Like I genuinely don't think it'll be pitch black. I know our because I think it's like scientifically proven, I think it is, that we're energy, and energy can never just disappear. Energy
we all
always
become
has
a
to go
plant.
somewhere else. Yeah. No, I don't know, like after we pass like our mind and our soul or whatever, like it's all energy, so it has to go somewhere else, whether into someone else. All right. I don't know, but I
to another Chile.
I don't know where he's gonna go to, and I'm fucking scared.
You become a dog in your next lifetime.
Bitch, I'm like, what the fuck?
And I'm a butterfly, like,
I'll eat you.
Yo, Evie, I'm like, our skin has a huge effect on our confidence. If you have acne or are noticing signs of aging, because I definitely know I've noticed some, it can be frustrating to waste time and money on products that aren't formulated for you. And that's why I recommend Curology. Curology makes personalized prescription skincare products. Curology's personalized prescriptions are formulated to treat your individual skin needs, from acne to the earliest signs of aging. And it's so easy. Just fill out a quiz about your skin, share photos, and a provider will prescribe a personalized formula based on your skin's unique needs. In a clinical trial of 150 Curology patients, 9 out of 10 patients saw an improvement in their acne in 3 weeks. Curology products give you everything you need and nothing you don't, without fragrances or parabens. Products are shipped directly to your door every 2 months. Visit Curology.com/pretty for a special offer. That's Curology, CUROLOGY.com/pretty. Offer applies only to your first box, subject to consultation. New subscribers only.
Wait, before we get into the next conspiracy theory, we're going to go through Alex's dumb fact of the day.
I see. We have to.
So Alex is such a klutz, right?
A klutz, an airhead, handsome.
And right now, he moved Yoatzi's water cup because it was like on her little side table. And he was like, let me move this because knowing you're going to drop it. So he grabs her water cup and puts it on our main like little table, puts it right there. And he's like, ugh. After he's done putting it away, he gets up to go move something and he drops his water cup. And I was like, after you just told her not to drop hers.
Can I tell you his dumb fact of the day that he did yesterday?
Bitch, all roasting him. What?
Pobrecito.
What?
Okay, so yesterday he said he was going to plan like a nice little day for me and him. Like we're just going to, you know, every time Med tries to plan something, it just never goes the way it's supposed
It's
to.
the thought that counts.
But it was very sad.
Why?
No, I just got really sad. But he had this whole day plan and everything. We were going to go to the fair. We go to the LA County Fair. We pull up and I'm like, the parking lot looks really empty. And I'm like, he didn't check if the fair's open today. So I asked him and I was like, Alex, did you check if the fair's open? And he's like, what do you mean? It's open every day. And I was like,
no.
Oh my God. And I was like, no, it's not. They're only open certain days. He's like, what do you mean? And I was like, pull over. He pulls over and he saw that the fair was closed. And I was really sad.
Where the fuck were you guys in a Maserati?
He bought me a Maserati.
Aye, all casual.
He did.
Bitch, you would have pulled up in that, not in your old Porsche. There's no car seat in the Maserati. Aye.
I'm serious.
Dumbasses.
No, he rented the Maserati for the day, for like our cute little date.
That's cute.
So check out his video on his channel and see what happened.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's your conspiracy, or is it like a mindfuck?
No, this
theory?
one's actually a conspiracy theory.
Oh, yeah.
It's called, I don't know if you've ever heard about it, and Alex was actually the one that like started talking to me about it, and I actually got like pretty interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Project Bluebeam.
I feel like I've heard of that.
Yeah. Okay, so basically it's a conspiracy theory with NASA and the world leaders. So it's like a theory because they predict that this is what's going to happen in the future. Yeah. That you know how like we have a whole bunch of different religions, like the whole world, and we're all kind of like not split, but we're all different communities and different things because of we all have different religions, and there's things that we can't agree on because of religion. Mm-hmm. So according to this theory, the NASA and the world leaders are going to plan a fake alien invasion to hopefully get us together and create a new religion, like a new world religion that everybody believes in. And the way that they're going to do this is that with like advanced technology, like with ¿cómo se llaman? Huh? Drones, but no.
Oh yeah, like where's like somebody like there?
Yeah. What are they called?
Oh, fuck. What is that thing
like
called?
when they create with a screen, they create
or like in your watch.
No, holograms.
A hologram.
Yeah, with holograms and like with advanced technology, they are literally going to make it look like the world is about to end and there's going to be a crazy alien invasion. Like aliens are literally going to come.
Great.
And that's why they call it Project Bluebeam, because you know how aliens tiran the blue light.
Yeah.
So this crazy world-ending event is going to happen and people are going to go missing and like things are just going to go out of control and like we're all going to go crazy like, world's ending. And then out of nowhere, a sort of god or hero is going to come.
Oh, so they're creating like the problem and the solution.
So like a god that they create or a
Whatever
hero is gonna come and save the day basically. And like rescue everybody, kill the aliens, destroy everything and return the world to normal. And because we saw it like firsthand, we experienced it, we're gonna be like, oh my god, that's our god, that is who we must follow. And we're gonna do as the object hero says, and it's gonna be like the new world religion that we all believe in because we got to experience this like crazy thing.
Ew, and that's just like a way for them to continue to like control people through religion because a lot of people are very like dedicate their life to whoever it is that they believe in or whatever, or anything like that. So it's literally their way of being like, well, let's give them something where we can still control them, and they're gonna be like, oh, it's okay because this is from our quote unquote God or whatever
and I
is.
feel like it's crazy because when people are distressed, when people are going crazy like in a situation like that, like imagine the world's ending and you have like you lost all hope, you're like, fuck, we're gonna die, and then they bring somebody to come and rescue us. Well, we're gonna be like, oh my god, like they saved us, so really quickly we're gonna like fall into it, you know, just
like see it as our hero in a way.
And I feel like that's also why, if it's a real theory, because it's a crazy conspiracy theory, I feel like that's why they don't allow us to know a lot about aliens,
because we have like a little taste, but we don't
like, I believe that they're real, but they don't give us the full story about aliens because they want to keep controlling us in that way. And if Project Bluebeam is the real thing, they want us to still kind of be scared of aliens, you know, because maybe
like let us know they're like real, but just don't really know what they look like or what they're capable of, or like
or what their intentions are,
to get like familiar with them.
Because maybe like, what if aliens are nice? Like, what if they're legit homies, you know? Yeah. But they're like, no, we want people to still kind of be afraid of them so that when the alien invasion comes, we're not like, oh, they're here to make peace. We're like, no, they're here to fuck us up.
Because it's just it's just natural for people to be scared of something they don't know of.
Yeah,
because you don't know anything about it.
I think that's fucking so scary. Yeah, I'm like, I wonder if I'll live through that.
I know. I'm like, I want to see it. No, that's crazy. Cause it's like fucking manipulation, and I feel like I could definitely see the government doing. And I feel like
there was also an interview with one of the presidents. Oh my God, I think it was Reagan. A while ago when he was president, he basically did a speech in front of the world leaders, and he was basically saying like, oh, we disagree so much because we all have different beliefs because of our religion. And he was like, something needs to happen to bring us all together so we can all have the same beliefs, and like everything will run smoother that way. And so I feel like after that, somebody's head must have been like, ding, we have to do that, you know, to like keep controlling it.
Yeah, I could see that, especially in a time where people are like, you said, about to die or something like that, and they see something like a hero or something like a godly figure saving the day.
Yeah.
It's really easy for people to be manipulated into being like, I have to do or like live my life for this person.
Yeah. And I do think too that religion does make choices harder. And I know there's some politicians that are so crazy into their religion that like, sometimes they won't make the right choices, in like my opinion, because of their religious beliefs, you know? Like, for example, the topic of like abortion, it's such a like a crazy hard topic to like talk about. It really is. But I personally believe that like pro-choice, like let women, it's their body, make them do their choice. But like these male politicians are like, no, let's ban it, and women can't have their choice because of religion. You know, at the end of the day, that's like what it comes down to, religion.
That's crazy, because I was going to say, I feel like I've never really put that much thought into it, because I know it does obviously come into like in factor for a lot of things, but I didn't really realize until right now, like I'm kind of like thinking about like how much religion does change things.
Yeah.
And like in our laws, in our everyday life, and like, because everybody has different, I mean, even not to go as far as like for like people like me who are just gay or anything.
Exactly.
Like, there's so many things that we're not people just don't want us to do or be a part of
because of religion. Yeah, I feel like if religion wasn't a thing and it was like more open, there would be no rules to that.
Yeah, like quote unquote rules,
like
as to like what we're supposed to do,
what you can be, and like you should just be who you want to be. But I think a lot of these things come from religion. Yeah. So I see why the world is split into so many different ways. It's literally because of religion. Yeah,
because I feel like even for people who are like me, I feel like the number one thing that we always hear when people have like a comeback, because there's a very huge difference if somebody is like, I just don't like gay people. Yeah. Just be like, okay, well, I mean, we can't make you like everybody. But even if you don't like gay people, you can still just be like, okay, well, just live your life. But I just, I don't really care for that. I don't
care for you.
But when it comes to religion, people are like, no, that's wrong. That like, that should not be like, you're
going to hell.
Or like, you're not mentally okay. Or people being like, God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, or like shit like that. But I just like right now I feel like it's barely all coming to me where it's like,
I think, and it's just so hardcore for like no reason. Yeah. But yeah,
that's crazy.
Religion plays a big ass role.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just want to see aliens. So if that's what it's gonna take, bring it on. They're all
gonna be fake because they all make them with holograms.
I don't care. I just want to see them.
But I feel like right now they can't do it because the technology is not as advanced.
That's what we think. They're just going to get us when we least expect it.
That's probably why they haven't gone to the moon, because they want us to think they're dumb.
Le moon.
Le moon's going to come to us.
That was a good one. But yeah,
that was my conspiracy theory. Yeah. You have another one?
Do you want to hear another mindfuck one?
My brain's fucked enough.
No, this bitch. This one's scary.
Another scary one.
I like mindfuck ones. I feel like that's my favorite type of thing when it comes to anything. Mindfuck shit.
I like my mind getting fucked and shit.
That too. So for this one, this is called, here, let me make sure. Sorry, I was on my phone earlier because I was trying to make sure like I got it right. Let me know if you've heard of this one. It is called the butterfly effect.
I think I have, but I need to hear it.
It's when you get a bunch of butterflies, you put them in a little jar, and you shake it.
Fuck you, no es cierto.
Can I tell it?
Y las matan.
No, you shake it, and then you eat them.
Ay, ya ves?
I'm just kidding, I don't have another one. I just kidding. Okay, no, it really is called the butterfly effect.
Is it the mandala? Mandala.
I don't even know what mandala means.
A ver, pues.
Let me just tell it. So the butterfly effect. It's basically, I guess you can call it a theory where if one thing changes in your life, obviously there's like a ripple effect or it's like a domino effect.
Okay.
So it's almost like when you, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but it happens to me a lot. Where like I'll sit there and I'll get like, it's a mind fuck to think about like if I would have done one thing different, my whole life would have been completely different.
Yes.
Like even if like say right now, like I sit there and I think about it and I try not to think about it because it really does fuck with my head. It's like if I were to get up right now and I were to fall, the rest of the day would be so different than if I were to just get up and not fall. Because like, oh, I fall, oh fuck, I scratched my leg. Oh, now I have to do, or like just something so small can change everything.
Why is it called butterfly?
I don't know, something about like the wings and it just changes like it's just like a whole ripple effect. I don't know exactly like the meaning of why it's called that. But that's something that I feel like I sit with a lot. And even before I knew that I had a name, because obviously now I know that that's what it's called. But even before I knew that, like I would sit there and just like think about like how things would be so different in my life if one thing changed. Or that's the same reason why people, when there's movies or some shit about time travel.
Yeah.
That's why they say like, do not interfere or interact with anything in the past because that will change everything.
Or like, don't go find yourself because you can't see each other. Like that's really bad too.
That's something else. Oh. But this is just something where like those smallest things can make a huge ripple effect. Like it'll change everything.
So trippy to think about because there's so many different things. Like if I wasn't doing this, let
me tell y'all one that like really fucks with my head in my personal life that really just like has me sit there and make me think about like what my life would be right now. So going back to 2019. So going back to 2019, Louie just started like on social media. He started coming to LA.
He was
He's
Louie
friends
Naders.
with like, not even then, that was already past. He's friends with like Laura and he's like coming over here a lot. And he has like these new friends that he met that also are content creators. So like I'm very at my peak.
Okay.
My fucking quinceañera video just went viral, whatever. So during that time, I don't know if you remember, I was coming to LA so much.
Yeah.
I was in LA all the time. Like you guys, I would be here for like a week, go back home, change my suitcase, leave the next day and be in LA again. I just had so many events and I had so many new friends and so many things and everything was in LA. And I remember there was this one time where my friends were going to go to this really crazy event and they had invited me to it. And it was like these huge YouTubers at the time. And I really wanted to go because it was going to be my chance to meet these YouTubers and be there. And I knew everybody was going to have their eyes on this event. So it was very much like, I just saw it as a really good opportunity for me to be there. And all my friends were going to be there. I don't want to sing. It's because those people aren't so appreciated now. So I just don't want to talk about them. But at the time, they were like at their peak. So everybody was going to this event.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh my God, I want to be there. So my friends had invited me. They're like, dude, you have to come. Like all these celebrities and people are going to be there. And I was like, I got excited. And at the same time, Pride was going on, like San Francisco Pride. And it just so happened.
I know where this is going, I think.
It just so happened that it was on the same weekend.
Oh my gosh.
The event and San Francisco Pride. And I had never been to Pride before, you guys. Like I'd never been. I don't know if I would have gone if it was for like me just wanting to go. But what had happened is my hometown friends, like my Watsonville amigas, they all wanted to go to Pride. They were like, no, Louie, like, let's go. We really want to go. We really want to go. And I was like, fuck.
Damn.
And obviously I'm very committed to like my personal like friends from like me being little, like Yami and Aris and all of them.
Aris.
And Aris. So I remember they wanted to go to Pride and I was like sitting there and I was like, do I go to this really huge event that I know is going to be super like life-changing for me, hopefully? Or do I stay and go to this Pride with my friends? And I remember I sat there and I was like, I don't know what to do. But part of me felt really sad that I had been going to LA so much that I wasn't spending time with my friends, like my hometown friends.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? As much as I really want to go to this event, I was like, I want to spend time with my friends too. And obviously, like, they're important. I'm not just going to cancel them for like always going to LA. So I was like, whatever. I'll just leave that event and I'll go to San Francisco Pride. So I remember I was still excited. It was my first time going to Pride, but I was a little like, Like, it just, I remember seeing all the stories of all my friends being at that event, and it looked so fun. But I was like, whatever. I was like, I'm here with my friends, and I'm going to have a great time. It's my first time at Pride.
Yeah.
So I'm at Pride with my friends, and I'm like, we're all having a great time. And mind you guys, this is like peak perra potential. Like, I had no intentions of being in a relationship. I didn't care about being in a relationship or meeting anybody. Like, this is like,
you're just out there having your best life, living your best
perra life.
Yeah.
Emphasize. And during that little weekend, that's when I ended up meeting Fern.
Aww.
And it just so happened that Fern's sister came up to me. She knew me from YouTube. She asked me for a picture. And I was like, yeah, of course, like, let's do it. And then I've said the story a million times, so I'm not going to fully get into detail. But that's when I met Fernando.
Like, he was just there también, right? With his sister?
And for whatever reason, Fern had something that was just really calling my attention at the time.
Aww.
That I was just like, oh my God, like, I want to keep talking to this guy. So
it was
long
the
story
energy.
short, long story short, me and Fern ended up like staying in communication after that. And I mean, obviously we ended up dating, and it just turned into this huge thing. But the reason why I'm getting into like this whole butterfly effect is because I moved to LA with Fernando back in, was it 2020? Yeah, it was 2020.
Yeah, it was 2020.
And I feel like I wouldn't have had the courage to like move if it wasn't for Fernando moving with me, because I would have had to move alone.
That would have been
Andrea was
scary.
going to college. You already had your life. My parents weren't going to move with me. And I just don't know if I would have done it.
Because you would have had you would have had your friends, but at the end of the day, you would have been solito.
Yeah, and like, I just don't know how it would have been to like, I don't know if I would have ever moved to LA. I don't know what it would have been like. I would have probably never gotten honey. And honey,
Louie, right now, my mind is going through like this crazy mind fuck mode.
Same.
Because of what you're literally just saying.
Because it has like a huge fucking effect.
That is insane.
And
like literally, if you had these two big decisions.
Yes.
And if you would have gone to that event, trip, the LA event,
I would have
never met Fern.
And literally, I literally moved to LA because me and Fern were like, let's just like, because also COVID had happened. So Fern wasn't like having to be in college. And I was like, let's just do this at the perfect time. So it just, sometimes I'll sit there and I'm like, what would have happened if I would have gone to that event? Because I really think, I just don't know. I would have either never moved to LA, or I would have moved alone. Who knows when I would have met somebody else, or if I would have met somebody else. Who knows if I would have ever had honey? Who knows if you would have moved out here? Who knows if my parents would have moved out here?
That's so scary.
Yeah, and it just
all
gives me
because
the
of a choice that you made that day.
And I was just like, and like, now it's something that me and my friends always like talk about, because it was obviously me. I'm not saying that me meeting Fernando like brought me exactly where I'm at right now, but I'm saying me meeting him and then later on dating him like helped me get to like LA quicker and do all this shit. So I don't know. It's just like, sometimes I sit there and I'm like, dude, that's insane.
I think that is like the craziest mindfuck you've said in such a long time, because like I'm shooketh that like a little small decision like that literally created the life that you have right now. And then I like how you also said that like when it comes to love and like relationships, do you believe that like there's a soulmate out there for you, and like no matter what happens, you're gonna meet them? Or you think it's like what you said right now, like, I made this choice, so I met this person, and if you would have made a different choice, you would have met a different person?
I feel like in that case, I feel like with soulmates, it's bound to happen.
Like, you guys are bound to meet, huh?
Because I feel like with soulmates, it's like, they say you're just like gravitated to each other, and there's something that always brings you guys together. And it's whether you meet them now or later on. But I feel like that energy is just bound to
like, there's just collide. Two energies that are meant to be together. Yeah. That's a crazy like conspiracy or mindfuck as well. Yeah. And I feel that too. Like, I feel like once you have your soulmate, once your soul comes into this earth, there's already a person that's assigned to you. You know?
But then if you're like fighting it, then what if you guys just don't end up? Because it could still be that you met your soulmate and stuff, but you just never allowed it to happen.
But I feel like that's not your soulmate. Like if it did not work out, I don't think that's your soulmate. And then there's also people that I've seen that just have never found their soulmate. Like they're literally lost, like perdidos, like, you know, looking for their person, but it just doesn't feel right. And they just unfortunately could not find their soulmate.
So then in that case, that ends up being, it's not that you're gravitated to your soulmate because then you would find them. It's just that they're out there and maybe you might just never have met them.
Yeah.
That's scary.
That's scary, but I like too how you were literally able to pinpoint it to that exact moment.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
I always come back and I think about, because obviously there's so many things in my life that will be like, it'll have a ripple effect, but that one specifically always comes to my mind. Or whenever I see like a TikTok about the butterfly effect, I'll sit there and I'll think about exactly that memory. Because I'm like, dude, my life would have been so different.
In that crazy little event, like just two big major decisions. And I feel like for me, when I think about that, I feel like for me, it would have been whether I decided to keep working at Applebee's and doing school full time or doing my social media full time.
Yeah.
I feel like if my fear would have gotten the best of me, because I was really close to allowing it to, if my fear would have allowed me to just not do social media full time, my life would have been so different too. And like pretty not smart would not be a thing. It'd just be dumb.
We just fade. We're like,
we disappear.
We're like, wanna be on top. I fade.
Hey, NTM.
No, yeah, but that one's fucking trippy and scary and insane to think about. But that's a cool one, no?
Yeah, but I really like that you chose to go to San Francisco Pride.
Yeah, and that's why I think about it a lot too, because when I think about like my mindset at the time, I genuinely don't know. Like, obviously, I feel like I wanted to spend time with my friends, but I feel like me now, I would have been like, okay, you guys, like, I might not be able to make it, but let me make it up to you guys. Like, whether I fly them all out here or I'll go out there another time and I'll like do something else. But I was just like, because comparing it to the event, not that the event is better, is more important than my friends. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I'm saying, like, I know I could have benefited a lot. It was a good
work opportunity.
Yeah, because I was barely starting, you guys. Like, I had just like met Laura and I started coming out here. So I feel like I would have been able to meet more people. And like one thing about like being like a content creator, I feel like your relationships with people really does matter. And the people that you know, like, it's just important to, you know, have good relationships with people.
And get to know more creators.
I was just like, damn, like me at like my peak and like being able to go to this event to like, you know, hopefully network with like a lot of people that I wanted to meet at the time.
Yeah.
I was like, I turned it down to be with my friends, which I'm really happy about, obviously, because those are my friends. But I was just like, damn, like I made the right choice.
Yeah.
I imagine my life would have been better if I went. I
was like, oh.
I would have been like a millionaire right now.
Imagine.
Like all these craziest cars.
God damn.
Like I get like a little flash of what my
You're like, oh fuck, I fucked up.
I'm like, and I thought this was good. All right, no, but I'm really happy with where I'm at. But it's a crazy one. So there's a food for thought.
A thought for food.
Dun, dun, dun.
Are you done scaring me for the day?
If some. No, but if you guys are like tripping out about that, like mind fuck, all right, no one cares. No, but if it has you ever like mind fuck, because it has me really like just tripping about my life, just remember everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
and that'll snap you out of it.
I really think that that's like a big like wake up call.
Yeah, like don't stress about, because I feel like it could also cause you to think about what could have been, like being like, fuck, if I would have done this, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like a wake-up call for me is always like, okay, as much as like I want to think about what could have been or something different, also just remember everything happens for a reason.
Yes. Okay, I have my next one. He's all falling asleep. I don't give a fuck.
I was stretching.
No, he was falling asleep, you guys.
Okay,
okay, so this one is about La Rata.
Bitch on me.
It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Oh, that rata.
Coming honey, but inside La Rata.
Or the coconut.
Like the coconut. If you guys don't know where that's from, just go watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Or the coconut, the peanut. The peanut butter.
Bitch.
Okay, what was I saying? Oh, okay.
Rata inmunda.
So this one is about Disneyland.
Yeah.
Somewhere
The
else
Disneyland
that I
ones
live.
always have me like mind fucked.
Did you know
Yes.
about the Disneyland underground, not underground, but the Disneyland tunnels?
Yeah.
You already know about it? I don't want to talk about it.
No, I know about it, but I don't remember too much. But I know there's people have like theories about there being like a tunnel.
Okay, so it's not a theory. It's real. Disneyland.
Allegedly. I don't want to get sued by one of the biggest corporations in the whole entire world.
Disneyland. Sorry, excuse my language. I'm pretty not smart.
Bitch.
But allegedly.
It's like, it's not a theory, it's a fact, bitch. We all get sued.
Allegedly, there is tunnels underneath all Disneyland parks, but they were made and they're created to facilitate the movement of workers and like trucks and to move tools, or when they're like redecorating the park. They navigate everything on bottom to not disturb the peace and the happiness of Disneyland arriba.
Allegedly.
So, allegedly. You don't want to see a bunch of like ugly cars with all the construction stuff, going on top. Or
That's true, because I feel like I've never seen like if a
you've never seen any disruptions like that.
Because at other theme parks, if something breaks down, you see people like coming.
Or
in.
like the parades. Yeah. When do you see the parades just like walking around to put the machines away? The things have to be put away in a calm manner so it doesn't disrupt the Disneylandness. Okay. Or like the characters, when they dress up, Mickey and Minnie.
That's just backstage.
No, but like say they gotta get from one side of the park to the other one. They're celebrities.
I never see like, that's all back end shit, no?
Well, quién sabe, but allegedly there is like tunnels to just facilitate the movement of things. But there has been some conspiracy theories that Disneyland would use them for like human trafficking.
Allegedly.
I
have heard
human trafficking, scary stuff. And recently there was a story of a 4-year-old little girl that went missing. And I don't know if you've heard about the story, but it's pretty scary.
It's recent?
It's recent. So a girl went to Disneyland with her mom. She was 4 years old. Ta chiquita la niña. And her and her mom were having an amazing day at Disneyland. They were having like so much fun. And then they got hungry. So they were like, okay, let's go eat. They go eat. The mom's like setting up the food. And the little girl's like, I need to go to the bathroom. And the mom let the little girl go by herself.
Bitch, at 4 years old.
That's the first red flag. That is a big, like, crazy thing. But
so stupid.
For whatever reason, maybe the mom had other kids. Maybe she's busy. I don't know. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt.
No.
But she let her 4-year-old daughter go to the bathroom solita. So she goes to the bathroom. And she said that her daughter was taking longer than usual. And she was like, okay, like, this is not okay. I'm going to go check up on her. As she goes to check up on her, she said that on the floor of the bathroom, there was a door opened and she saw how a man was going down there taking the little girl. Like the mom literally with her own 2 eyes saw the guy snatching the little girl and go through the floor of the bathroom.
Allegedly. What the fuck? In the bathroom?
In the bathroom. And I guess that as the mom was like trying to get to the door closed. So then she alerted the Disney management and she alerted the park. Like she made a big deal out of it. They close the bathroom and they go check, and the police and the management said that there was no such thing as like any secret doors or any like tunnels, nothing. They did not find anything. They looked and they started saying that the mom was crazy, that like she was just hallucinating, and they blamed it on like she has mental health issues and she was just like going crazy. And they did not find the little girl. Y se perdió. But people were saying that it's probably like allegedly the human trafficking stuff, that's how they take little kids from Disney, because there has been a lot of minors that go missing at Disney every once in a while.
Yeah, because I feel like if somebody were to grab a kid and the kid's like screaming or crying and you like just walk out through like the front, like somebody's bound to notice, or like even the
Disneyland
workers
is packed,
or like the workers are bound, because you have to go out through the workers. Like
right
there when you're
yeah.
scanning your ticket to, if the girl's like help me or something, like they're bound to just be like, wait, what's happening?
No, I feel like there's definitely like secret ways of getting in and out of the park. And I mean, I hope that's not real. Allegedly, this is all alleged. It's a theory, but that's how little kids go missing.
That's scary.
It's really
What?
scary.
He found the fun fact of the century.
Oh, look, he pulled up something. Oh, how many children go missing in Disneyland? Disneyland does not disclose the exact number of children who go missing each year, but the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children estimate that about 2,000 children go missing from Disney amusement parks annually.
Oh my God, that's so many.
That's a lot. Allegedly. 2,000, but imagine 2,000. And like you said, if something like that were to happen, it would definitely have to be like very hidden, and like Disneyland would have to be in on it to like allow people to use their tunnels to like do scary shit like that.
Or I don't know, just because, yeah, I mean, for anyone who has been to Disneyland is crazy packed. Like, I feel like if something were to happen there, somebody's bound to see it.
Somebody's bound to see
like,
something.
Say somebody makes like a missing kid report. Like, hey, I lost my kid at Disney. I feel like somebody's bound to hear the report and be like, oh, like, or like, ¿cómo se llama? When somebody sees what's happening.
Witness statement.
A witness. Like, I'm sure there's somebody who to be like, oh, well, like, oh, I saw that little kid. Somebody who looked like this took him or something. You know, I feel like it's such a jam-packed thing that there really is no like spot where you could be alone and like take somebody.
Yeah.
You know?
And I go a lot to Disneyland, I think I know. I go a lot, but I just I hear of all of these stuff, but just in general, I think like in life, anywhere I go, I'm so vigilant of my kids. Like my kid, I don't see Travis for a split second. I'm like, where's Travis? Like every single time. Like I basically have my kids on a leash every time I go anywhere that's like super packed with like a lot of people, because I feel like it's just easy for somebody to be like, and like take your child when you're not looking.
Knock on wood.
But I'm super vigilant with my kids. I basically have them on a leash anytime I go somewhere that's like jam packed. So I don't know. What do you think about the mom though, letting her little daughter, 4-year-old daughter, go to the bathroom alone?
That's fucking stupid.
That's stupid.
Like the baby, like at 4 years old, is like barely learning how to walk.
Like they're not even in school yet. Like 4-year-old is so little. So mommies out there, just be careful with your little ones and don't let them go alone anywhere. Like especially a little girl to the bathroom. Like I don't know, but that to me that was like a big ass like red flag. Yeah, that like why would the mom do that? Or what if the mom was in on it?
Bitch,
she was like, take her.
Thank you.
No, they gave her a fat check. That's scary.
Yeah, I think if the kid really was 4 years old, that was really stupid.
Very, very stupid.
I mean, at any age, a kid should not be going to the bathroom alone.
Yeah.
That was really stupid.
But you know that Disney has like a lot of hidden secrets and treasures all around Disney Park.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've told you, I don't know if you guys know this one, but...
Allegedly.
Allegedly on top of the... Oh, my goodness. What's that ride called with the snow? The one that the abominable snowman... The one that's like... Rah!
Mountain something.
The big mountain when you go to Disneyland in Anaheim. There's a big snow mountain at the very tip top, and some workers allegedly said that they've been up there, but there is an old basketball court up there.
But I heard that that's at the one in Florida.
No, it's the one here.
No.
Yeah, because they don't have that ride over there.
They do, and it's
no, they
bigger.
Don't. No. It's
Yoatzi's a liar.
It's allegedly. At the very tip top, there is a basketball court.
Yeah, Disney has, I mean, I've gone down like so many like crazy things about Disneyland.
Yeah.
Like there's so many like scary stories.
There's a lot of people have died at Disneyland too.
Like stuff like that. I feel like Disneyland is a scary one because it's been a theme park who's been around for years.
Long. And I'm like, dude, there's obviously things that were bound to happen.
Yeah.
And then so I don't know if you know this, but there is they had to make this a crazy rule, a crazy ban to not allow people to spread the ashes of their loved ones at Disney.
Yes.
Because people would go and like be like, well, my person loved being at Disney so much, I'm going to spread their fucking ashes.
Like the happiest place on earth.
Yeah, so now it's like illegal because there is people that unfortunately did spread ashes in Disney and like parks. I'm like, why would you do that?
I heard that was very common at the It's a Small World.
Oh my God.
And that one always gives me the chiviricas.
I mean, the heebie-jeebies. A mí también me da miedo ese ride. I don't know why.
That one.
Did you see the guy, or was it a guy or a girl? It was a guy that got naked.
Yeah.
He got off and he got naked.
Like all playing with the little toys. And
yeah,
shit.
he all wanted to be a fucking animatronic.
Yeah,
I'm like, what was the point of that, babes? Yeah. But yeah, Disneyland is really fun and I love being there. But there's a lot of like scary creepy shit that happens there. Or used to.
So long story short, don't go to Disney.
I go tomorrow.
Okay, so this next one that I wanted to talk about is not necessarily like a new one. Well, it is and it's not. I feel like it's a continuation of what you were talking about earlier about like the whole reincarnation. You know how like we were saying how like you think we're just like recycled.
Yeah.
And then our brains are like wiped. So this next one, I feel like it's based off of that. So I sometimes feel that way as well. Like we're just being recycled into like, I'm Louie right now. I die. My energy goes somewhere else. I get recycled.
And
brain
then you
gets
become
cleaned,
Juan.
And have it somebody else, right?
Yeah.
But there's like this theory, I guess, that like not all of us get our brains wiped or we're missed and we come back with some of the same memories of like.
And that's deja vu.
That was a different one. No, you come back with your same memories of like your past life. So I've seen this multiple times.
Isn't there movies about that?
Probably.
I think there is.
But I've seen this multiple times, even on TikTok and stuff. But even before TikTok was a thing, I've heard of these where like there's people who will come back and have like memories of like little things that they should not know about. And it's very common with kids.
Oh, yes.
There's this one that I saw. It was like a mom with her kid, and her kid was like, forgot how old. He's like really little though, maybe like 6. And then he was just asking a bunch of like about certain locations or something. And like the mom was like, how do you know about these locations? And like, or certain people, or there was another one where she asked him like certain questions, and this kid knew about facts about like the presidents in the past.
What the
like
heck?
Really crazy detailed.
Oh, Einstein.
Like, for example, say this kid was born in like the 1800s or something. He like knew about the president at the time and like really small details that the mom was like, why would a 6-year-old care about this? Why would he know about this? And where would he be getting this information from?
Yeah.
Or also asking for people or being able to draw what people look like that died like years ago, who were like just random ass people, like nada que ver.
Yeah.
And I've seen that so many times, and that one gives me like a mind fuck because I do feel like there are like just people can come back with like old memories.
Like they didn't fully erase us.
Yeah. Then like they're just like brought back with that information to their new life. And it's even crazier when it comes as kids because kids are so innocent. They don't really know anything about that stuff. So for them to be having these questions or these memories, quote unquote memories, is just like trippy as fuck.
Yeah, it just reminded me of one very, very similar, but it was a little boy who I guess the mom had a miscarriage before that little boy was born. And she lost a baby, and she already had like a name and everything for the baby. And then ya cuando tuvo su older son, she had her next baby, and he grew up, maybe he was like 3 or 4, barely learning how to talk. And the little kid started saying the name of the baby she miscarried. And
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, she was saying, like, for example, say the little baby that she miscarried was like, I don't know, Stephanie.
Yeah.
He would be like, oh, mommy, like, Stephanie says hi.
Yeah.
Or like, I was playing with Stephanie.
That gave me goosebumps.
Yeah. And then she'd be like, oh my God, like, how do you know about Stephanie?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, well, like, before I came down, we were playing together. Or like scary stuff like that. Like we were playing, like the kid literally knew exactly who Stephanie was. And like they had interactions and everything. And then his brain just like remembered it. And because they're so innocent, they just say everything and anything they know. Just casually, he was like, oh yeah, I was playing with Stephanie. And Stephanie says hi. And the mom just like bawled her eyes out and was like, what the fuck? And she was just like recording everything that he was saying. And she was like, Stephanie's like the little girl I miscarried like 4 years before he was born or something.
Like not give it right there.
Yeah. But like it's cute because like, you know, she did miscarry and her baby was probably up in heaven. And before her new son reincarnated, maybe they met up there. And then it's like, okay, now you can go down. But el niñito se acordó.
Shit. Yeah,
that's so
crazy.
scary.
Yeah.
It's real.
Remember when I was younger, I would always say 1968. I don't know where I got that from.
You're like, well, something happened in 1968.
No, you guys swear to God, I don't know why. When I was like younger, I'd always be like 1968.
For everything.
And I don't know where I got the number from. I don't know where, but it was always stuck in my head for everything like 1968.
1968.
And then I remember going down like this tunnel being like, why do I always say 1968?
Did you Google it?
Well, I remember when I was younger, because I was like younger. I was like, tragic accidents in 1960. I swear I was super like.
What would you have done if like you looked that up and it said like victims of like this crazy plane crash and it's a picture of like your doppelganger?
Well, that's what I feel like I was looking for when I was younger. Like I was just like trying to look for like crazy accidents in 1960 or like it's just a bunch of stuff because I was like, where did and I could have easily just seen it somewhere and it like sounded pretty and it stuck to my name. But I was like full on tripping about like, where did 1968 come from and why do I keep saying it?
Yeah.
So I thought I was like a chosen one.
Fuck you.
I thought I was the one from the movie Knowing where I knew the world was gonna
literally
end.
That's the movie that when you started saying that I was like knowing. He's all trying to be knowing.
I wanted to be the main character so bad.
You were doing main character, babes.
I was like,
did you ever have an imaginary friend growing up?
yeah.
You did?
You.
You're
not real. I'm talking to myself. No, I feel like I wasn't like.
I wasn't that dumb.
I wasn't like that lonely.
I'm gonna try to talk about her and she like cuts my throat.
She's like, shut up.
I did.
Ew, really?
I did. And it's crazy to me because I vividly remember her. Like vividly remember
she's all me in a
her.
wig.
Bitch. No, well, it's crazy because as I'm getting older, I try to remember her and I feel like my memory is slowly erasing her off of my brain.
Yeah. That's why they say like when it's kids saying that shit, it's good to get that information out right there and then.
But I vividly remember my imaginary friend, and when she would come was when I was like lonely and I had nobody to play with because I was like the first child, so I didn't have anybody to play with. So she was a girl and she was dark skinned and she always had a half up, half down pony. Like dark hair, half up, half down. And it was in Jefferson.
I already knew it.
Jefferson. And she always had like jeans. And she always wore a flannel. Like kind of like a white wife beater abajo. And like a brown flannel with like different colors. And she would talk to me and we would hang out. We would talk. I don't remember our combos because I'm telling you, it's starting to fade from my memory. But I even knew her name at some point. But I don't remember her name anymore. But she would always come visit me. And I vividly remember one time she came to Jefferson. We were in the big room. And I was upstairs by myself. Me and her were chilling. We were talking. I don't know what the fuck we were talking about. But I was fully having a convo with her. And I was probably like 6, 7 years old. And I was like, blah, 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 talking to her. And my tia Lily lived with us. So I remember my tia Lily, like, she comes into the room. She's like, Yoatzi, ¿con quién estás hablando? And I was like, no one. Babe. But I remember it was my imaginary girl. And you know what's crazy? Now that I think about it, I think she was lesbian.
Babe, I was going to say you all were making out with her. No, you just say that.
But she dressed very like como un niño. She dressed like a niño.
You were just horny.
No, but she was a girl and like we would literally just talk and we would just like hang out. She's starting to get blurred from my memory. It's so sad, but yeah, I had an imaginary friend and it's crazy that like I still remember her to this day. It's really scary.
I don't like that.
Why?
I just think that's a ghost. I don't think there's such thing as a man.
You think it was a ghost?
I think it was a ghost. I better eat her out.
But she was never mean. Like she never like
not
told me to do.
Are mean.
She never told me to do bad things. She's like cut Louie's eyelashes.
She
was the one. Remember? Because I did cut him.
Yeah, dumbass.
But yeah, I had an imaginary friend. Shout out to you, girl, wherever you're at.
She's all right here in the middle. No, but right now that you started talking about like your childhood and stuff, it reminded me. You know how earlier we were talking about like going into different dimensions when we're like going to sleep?
Yeah.
It reminded me that when I was younger, I used to always have this very vivid dream, but it was obviously kind of fake. It was really fake. Like it was something that would come out like in a movie type of shit. Okay. But it would trip me out how much I would dream about this dream. I kid you not, maybe like once a week or like 15 times. And it was always the same people. It was always the same location. And it was always the same shit. So like this is not where like I don't think this is possible. I mean, unless another dimension is like hella advanced in their technology. But like, it was always just so crazy to me because I remember as I got older, and to this day, I still remember what that dream is because it would happen so often that I was like, is there like a meaning behind this like dream?
Mm-hmm.
But I remember I would always dream about me and a bunch of friends who I actually went to school with. So these are literally real people and there was no like stranger in my dream. It was real people. And we would always go into like this tree house and we would put in like a little code and we would like go through the trunk of the tree and we would play like hide and go seek, which was like everything was like tubes, but it was like almost like lit up like LED blue lights. And I just remember playing tag in there like all the time and always like crawling and finding each other. And then like it was just like a huge clubhouse. But I was always like, as I got older, I was always like, why would I? And the dream would always be exactly the same. Nada cambiaba. It was never like a new character would bob in or like we would do something different. I just remember it was the same shit. Now sometimes I would wake up mad. So I was like, why do I keep dreaming about this? But I never brought it up to anybody's attention because it was obviously like a fake ass dream. Like we're in a tree trunk, we're like down this thing and like it's all super like technology. So it was obviously nothing for me to bring up and be like, you guys, like I think this is really happening.
But you never like got that curious to look into like dream meanings or like
I think I did at some point. I think that actually triggered it. There was a time where I had like a dream journal.
I did
and
too.
I would always write like, what did this mean? And it would always like make sense.
Yeah.
But that was too specific for me to even try to Google.
But you could have been like go to Google, be like dream journal, and then just like, what does it mean to dream of a tree or like a club? Because sometimes it's like what you don't expect it to have a big meaning. Like for example, I'm all like psychic. Maybe the tree represented something greater in your life because you were inside the tree. So maybe it was trying to give you a hint about like something about that tree that made you feel at home and welcome because you were bringing all your friends into that tree and you guys were all living your best life. So I feel like for you, maybe it was the tree that had a big meaning, a big definition. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's true. It could have been something deeper than what it was because it was so fucking
Do you know if you were like sad or like did you ever notice a pattern of your emotions when you would have that dream?
I don't remember. It was such a long time ago. But I do remember I didn't have real friends.
Oh, well, maybe that's why you would dream it because you would hope that that's what you would get. You
for real, I'll start crying.
They're like, that's what I'm all your therapist.
I know,
bitch.
because they were all people from school. They weren't really my friends, but they were my dream.
Then maybe that's what it was because you were so lonely. No, but maybe that's what you wanted. Like you wanted to feel at home and have fun, and maybe that's what it was always a tree house. Was always a tree. Because, trees make you feel at home, like with nature, love. Like when you think of a tree, you think of like freedom and like all that stuff.
To hug a tree every day.
Yeah, just like good things of being together. So, and then having all those friends and all those tunnels and everything. Maybe you just wanted to feel at home and together with a group of friends that made you feel loved and at peace.
Yeah. I messaged all those friends.
Like, do you guys want to be friends?
I'm like, I can make a tree house.
I know. One dream that I fucking hate it's not the same one, but I always get it in different situations. And I finally decoded the meaning. Well, I've known the meaning of it. But have you ever dreamt of all of your teeth falling out?
Ew, no.
Oh my God, dude. I hate it. Like I'll be in my dream and I'll go I will imagine myself going like this and like spitting out all my teeth and me having to run to the dentist and be like, please fix my teeth. They're all falling out. Like it's a constant dream that I have a lot. And I've had it since I was like 15. So I would look it up like when I was really into my dream journals and I was like, why do I keep dreaming of my teeth falling out? And it's just that when you are very fucking stressed or you have a very stressful choice to make or a stressful situation, sometimes we dream that our teeth are falling out.
The fuck?
So that would happen to me a lot. It hasn't happened in a while, thank God. But I hate it because I wake up being like, my teeth all here.
That's a random ass connection.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah. And I have seen it. Like when I wake up and I realize I dreamt about it, I'm like, what the fuck am I stressed on? I'm like, oh, it's this. It's not letting me sleep.
Well, damn. Well, this is a sign to look into your dreams.
I love dream journals and like stuff like that. They're hella interesting.
I hope you guys enjoyed the little conspiracies or mindfuck ones that we brought to you guys today.
Yeah.
Let us know which one was your favorite one.
Yes.
For me, I think my favorite one to think about, I think will forever All right. I think for me, my favorite one to talk about and I just bring up and tell people will always be the lamp one.
The lamp one's so scary.
Just because I believe in it and I believe it could happen. And it's just like shows how strong our brains are and our brains can literally create a whole nother world for us in life. And I feel like it makes me think about what happens to people when they're like in really long concussions or some people who just never wake up from concussions. It just makes me wonder like what they're living in their head.
Or like when people go in comas.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. Coma, not concussions.
Oh, when
people go in comas or when they're in comas for months or years, or some people never even come out of it. It like makes my head go that way. So I don't know. That one's always like a mindfuck because our minds are very powerful.
Yeah.
But what about for you? Which one was your favorite?
I think the same one.
That one, huh?
The lamp one. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
If you guys have of any other ones that maybe we missed and you want us to like dive into, comment them down below so maybe we could film another conspiracy video because I enjoy talking about this stuff. I think it's crazy.
You don't have to like comment the whole story so that other people don't read it and like fucking get into it.
Yeah.
Just comment like what it's called and we'll search it up. And
yeah,
I like this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it and our conspiracies. And if a lamp ever looks off to you, just mind your business.
I ignore it.
Yes.
But thank you for listening and make sure you follow us on a Pretty Not Smart Pod on IG and on TikTok for all the newest updates on Pretty Not Smart.
And make sure you leave us a review everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. You name it.
Yelp. On literally everything.
Bye, you guys.
We love you. Bye.